Hey man, what's going on? You are now tuned into another episode of Hood Scholars with your boy Lord the Outlaw. I got my dog P here, and I got my dog Chase in the building. What's up? Introduce yourself for those that don't know you.
I'm an artist, songwriter, entertainer. I do it all, man. I'm out here.
Could you be considered a jack of all trades?
Yeah, we'll put it like that.
Do you like that? Do you like that title?
That title, jack of all trades.
Yeah, like.
I mean, it's cool. Yeah, I mean, you do everything. I mean, you got to do a lot of things to, get where you need to be anyway. The millionaires don't just do one thing.
Okay, I like that.
So that's how I'm looking to do a whole bunch of shit. Yeah.
You didn't get into a fight or nothing. See, you got a Supreme Band-Aid.
Oh yeah, man. No, that's just
the vibe. It's just the vibe.
Okay.
How much that Band-Aid cost?
It depends where you get
Too much.
Hey, 100 a boo-boo.
Oh!
100 a boo-boo.
It's too much for me. That's too much for me. P, what's going on though, man?
I'm gonna stay with the Band-Aids.
For real. Boxes.
Yeah. What you got going on right now though?
Oh man, a little bit of everything. Just moving around, putting everything together. Just got off this little tour with Drum. I'm really working with a couple artists. Man, it's a lot of stuff, bro. It's a little bit of
Drum, I made broccoli, right?
Oh, Drummer boy.
Okay, Drummer boy. See, little, you gotta clarify that.
Yeah.
See, look, you out here throwing out colloquial little nicknames. I don't know that man. Like
Yeah,
Drummer boy is large. She got a studio over here, right?
Where we at? We in Clark. We in,
on the
west side,
do we ever? Yeah, you do it.
Where that little pregame was at?
I know. Are we near like Howville?
Nah.
No, I know he got two studios out there, and working on it there. But I don't know about out here.
Okay. So look, were you a singer, artist first, or what? What was your first?
Definitely,
title?
I was an artist myself first. Still am an artist, but that was where I started doing first writing for myself. You know what I'm saying, and putting out my music that way.
How young did you start writing at first?
I was like 5. I wrote my mom. I wrote on her like a birthday card. Then it was like a rap.
You remember it?
I don't. She got it.
Fine.
She got it. She has it. She brings it up every now and then. But she I don't remember it. Though.
So what translated the artistry into songwriting from others?
What translated the artistry to songwriting? I mean, really just working with everybody. Just working with everybody and not really. I used to not do that. Like I used to just kind of all right, I need to focus on myself and just write for me. Then as you grow along in this shit, you're always with older people and people who are already who can put you in better placements with just songwriting and just getting your music to other artists, going through other outlets of different avenues. That always it worked. It just worked because artists always need material. Everybody don't write for it. A lot of artists don't write for themselves. So it's but I mean it's and sometimes you'll be surprised it's not even artists who need you to write for them. They just need a different type of. They just need melodies. Something that's different from what they're always doing, or the people who's always around them, who's always go with what the melodies they talking about, because they're used to that. They've been around you forever, so it's they're used to that. So it's once you just intertwine different type of vibes with it, it always turns out crazy.
So would you say that today that you're primarily a songwriter, or no, you want to do that?
I say as of now I'm primarily a songwriter simply because I haven't released my project that I'm working on now, but at the end of the day, I'm definitely more
a musician.
On artist and entertaining and everything.
What would you say is the smallest thing you get as a credit for a songwriter?
The smallest thing?
Yeah, we was having a debate earlier. What what is classified as songwriting?
Can you give one word and get credit?
You'll be surprised, dog. You don't even gotta give a word. You give a melody. You give a melody. If you check, because you'll be surprised that one thing is. Music is all about if you can make you can make people feel it. Yeah. But you'll be surprised. Everything is about a frequency, frequencies and stuff like that. That one little tone that you probably threw in could make the whole song. If they would have took it out and went down on it, like you said, if they would have went differently or something, probably would have you'll be surprised, bro. You'll be surprised, but you get credits off the craziest stuff.
So at what point in your career did you finally decide, okay, I'm about to start writing for people?
when I was like, really, I never was like, oh, I'm just gonna like start writing for people. I was just like, it came along, like just like, cause I mean, as I would tour with people, they'll be releasing projects, or you know, my management will be with their management, knowing that they need this, they need that. I write all my stuff. A lot of artists, you know, they probably wouldn't be. They don't be right. It's nothing against them. It's just that it's just like needing more ideas. Like I wouldn't mind. I mean, I write all my stuff, but I would never mind like sitting in a room full of creatives, just bouncing ideas off, seeing what we can create. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sure. But it's but in a lot of times that be the situation, but you still get credits from that too, because I mean, you're there. You built that. You built the sound. I mean, if you weren't in that room, that vibe probably would have been created. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same principle as like I know a lot of people who wouldn't like getting beats from a producer, but they rather like it's always better when they sit with a producer together and they make it together, because your input is there. You're able to feel. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just it's the same principle. It's just looked at differently. You know?
So like, what age like was the youngest that you actually got into like the industry of songwriting? And like, who were some of those first people that you got your like first credentials in like songwriting industry for?
Songwriting, it would be Diggy. It'll probably be
first Unexpected Arrival.
Yeah.
That was my jam.
Yeah, it'll probably be it would be Diggy. But I was young. I was still in school. I was on the verge of getting homeschooled at that point. But I think I was like.
Where were you living?
I was living here, but I was living here, but I moved from here for like a couple months, and I was in Chicago.
So how did you build a repertoire from like? How did you come from a regular person to be able to be songwriting on Diggy's debut album?
To be honest with you,
what was the moment that it switched? Who was the person that was just like, oh?
It was really like, I mean, I was always doing stuff on the internet.
So you was a self-starter type of person like you?
Yeah, like okay. I was, before the internet was like, the internet, like
Tumblr, all that stuff like that.
I was on Tumblr, I was on all the, you know, the cute boy blogs. It's like having a post like me doing them little things, like it's always submitting my picture. You'll be surprised, bro. Little girls be on that, bro. Yeah. So it's like you get a following off that. Then I probably doing all type of stuff, and I was just like staying up. Like my mom wasn't on me like nigga go to sleep. Yeah. Like all the time, but it's like we were just. I mean, it was just like I was always. I had my own microphone. Yeah. You know, I had everything. I was just in my room. Yeah. I had all the stuff I needed. So I was just always doing everything. Put stuff on the internet. MySpace, Tag, Bebo. You feel me? Like these, bro. Like everything. So it's but it ended up like. You know, I was always saying when Twitter came out, I'm telling where I'm at all the time. Like it would be like people transferring to the schools I'm at because I'm there. But I would always perform at every school I went to. Like I would always the school would let me do the pep rallies, do all these little things. I'm in the newspaper. There's just always something like that at every school I went to. I went to 3 different high schools. But then it just became a problem. I'd be in class, you know.
What are the schools you went to real quick?
I went to Chambly, I went to Lakeside, and I went to MLK. Mm-hmm. Martin Luther King. That's like
on the east side.
Yeah, on the east side. Yeah.
It's only right that you.
Yeah.
That's only right.
Yeah, I was I got homeschooled from Chambly, and
Well, how was that transition like with your mom, like homeschooling?
Boy, it was so hard to like actually get to happen because I wanted it. Like I was trying to get it to like happen the whole time. But it was like I wanted it because a lot of my peers were like they were homeschooled and they were doing music like artists by OMG Girlz. You know, that whole Zanig, all of them. But it's like but it became like just really she had to see it because I mean me telling her is one thing, you know what I'm saying, but it's like her seeing it, like I couldn't be in class, like I couldn't be in class a lot because I'd be leaving for tours. I'd be heard the Scream tour. That was something when we were younger, but that was just doing those. I wasn't to school much then. When I am now, I'm getting like it's a disturbance with the students because they were interested in that kind of stuff, so they know I was on it. And then it just became a problem. And then like my mom came with there one random day. Can't make this up. One random day. I'm sitting in class, and I didn't know she was like looking through the window, but she just see stuff. Like she see like kids, you know. She even walking out, I hear people singing a little song that I perform at the pep rally. But it's like, but it took that to let her know. And then it was also, I had to make a certain amount of money for her to actually be like, okay, you can do this. To be 1,000, that was a staple. Yeah, I skipped over that. But yeah, that's really what it was. 'Cause I mean, she knew what I was doing on the internet. But she didn't know how I was doing it, what I was doing.
And at that time, people didn't really realize the untapped potential of the internet.
At all. And it's like, that's all.
So much.
Just stand in front of people. Really all it was. I was just standing in front of people. And, you know, just kept it going like that. But just building relationships along the way really helped, especially with the songwriting. 'Cause I mean.
So what's taking you so long to put out this debut project?
Like, I had one when I was younger, which was called Who Is Chase Lett. But it was what's now is that I need what I've been writing for myself and the production that I had. I had to get a lot of clearances and things of that nature. Artists who are on the project had to get a lot of clearances from labels who they're under. It's just it got a little. It's a lot. And I have a lot of songs, so it was So that was pretty much one of the main things, really. And then getting all this production redone. But other than that,
do you have any features? What is the title? I mean, the project entitled?
It's called Thank You Internet.
Do you have any features that we might know of on there?
That you want to
that you want to let us know about.
Without. If I say anything, it's gonna really because it's like that's my favorite one. It's really the only one. I'm not gonna say it's the only one that really mattered, but it's the one that's like.
All right, he gonna tell us off camera, and then if you run into me in person, I might tell you. You know what I'm saying?
It's like
I might tell you.
It's crazy.
But as far as your songwriting goes, do you have any hits that we might know of? That you can tell us about, because I know it's pretty like
Austin Mahone. Well, one of my in my opinion, one of the biggest. You know, it's not like relevant today. It's still relevant today, but not like today. But Austin Mahone, with Pitbull. That was a pretty.
Pitbull is international, so you already.
I was young when I did that one, but that was a big record. I still hear that at Macy's.
Okay, another question I want to ask you is, what's been the best studio session you've been in?
Oh man, best studio session I've been. Bro, what's crazy?
We're just talking about this.
What's crazy? I mean, the best studio session I've been in. It's a lot. I mean, I just had a crazy one recently with a homie. That's one that was crazy. So it's like I don't know, but it's like I've been. I say with my homie Jace. I say it's an artist out here with
JC.
Jace.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
That's the homie. That's my brother, man. But it's when it's crazy because like we went to the same school. And he just a little older than me, but like ever since I've been he just we always stay connected and we always been working like crazy recently. But he invited me to a session that had everybody there. Like bro, I tell you, like everybody was there, and it was like the vibe was. It's not like it's everybody's working. Like it's like bro, we literally set the microphone down. We got everything, bro. We at DTP and just bro, everybody just working. We play a beat and just. Lay a verse, nigga, get up. Shit, I got something for it. Hop on it. You feel me? And it's just like
Wu-Tang type shit.
Bro, it was crazy. Yeah. The songs were just getting knocked out so fast. Like I'm like nigga, like dog. But it was but that was a cool little situation.
What's the worst one?
What's the worst one? What's the worst one?
You ever seen somebody get kicked out of the studio?
Oh yeah, I seen people get kicked out of the studio. I seen people.
What's the dumbest thing somebody got kicked out of the studio for?
To me, it's smoking.
Yeah.
but I mean, because how can't you smoke at a studio? I never understand that. But it's like, one of the craziest things I seen somebody get kicked out for is I was in Chicago and the engineer I don't know how he saw it because the booth was like it was like all right, the computer's right here, the booth is in front of him and you can't really see in the booth. Mm-hmm. But he saw the girl who was in there who I was just at the session, but she like took her gum out and put it, I don't know where she put it, but he saw where she put it. And he just cut the session right then. Like he just cut the session about wherever she put her gum. And
damn.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was like easy gum.
Was he on the studio?
Bro, he was just an engineer. He was just somebody in there
He's probably gonna catch
engineer.
Who the fuck put the gun?
He said, I don't like. I didn't see her do it. I just heard him just going off about it, like right after the fact. Like, oh, he just stopped. Every she was recording, he just stopped. He was like, no. And then it was but that happened. And you know,
what are like some of the biggest people like you have like credits with or that you like work with in collaboration with?
Who are your favorite people to collaborate with?
I done some work with Travis Scott, who I have collabed with. I did. It's a song called Connect that I did with Quavo. That's it's been for like 2 years, but a year and a half, maybe 2 years. But that's a cool one. It's so many artists that I work with who the songs aren't even out yet. But I mean, like who I can just say like who I had. Quentin Miller. He's
and I heard you had a big hit this past year.
Oh,
I don't know if you can talk about it or not.
Oh yeah, we can talk about it.
Cause she actually winning, you know that, right?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah.
That's what's up. But yeah, man, that's dope.
How was that seeing her being able to perform that on some of the biggest stages this past year? Like,
it's cold, bro. I mean, I love it. Like I said, like the thing is, like, let me also put this out there. When it comes to songwriting, I didn't write her whole song. You know what I'm saying? I wrote the hook. You know, I got credits on the hook, and it's but it's like it's always dope seeing an artist say, you know, it wasn't for me. I would never say those words in my music. You know, that's my. But it's like, but I mean, you know, I wrote it for a female. You know, it was for a female. But it's always dope. 'Cause I mean, I see other artists, you know, saying the words that you know we'll come up with in the studio, and it's just always because I mean it won't sound like
crazy hearing somebody else say your words.
Right, it would never sound like you know. It could, but it's like they always had their own spin to it and sound dope. That's why.
Can you take us into like the mindset of the process of becoming another artist to write for them,
bro?
What do you do to prepare?
Me, it's like it really depends on who the artist is and how close you can get with them. Because at all times you're not like going to be with them in the session. At all times, a lot of instances you can, but a lot of times you might have got the opportunity through A&Rs who work on the label, who they're under, you know, things like that. But it's I mean, it's really like me personally. I like when I'm able to, you know, have a relationship with the artist and talk about, you know, who do you listen to, you know, what do you like. What's in your phone on your playlist? Like, what do you want to listen to when you just like riding around? You know, what's the type of stuff you like to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like not even when it comes to just music. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of that, you know, because that's what people's music is always about what they are. Or, you know, at least they try to make it that. But it's you know, just so I can really get a better understanding. But I've done songs for people that I never even met. You know, and it's still been the same just off me listening to what they're talking about, because they're still talking about how they live or whatever. And it's you know, if you can portray that and have that message still be, you know, put forth, you can. I mean, it always turn out pretty dope. But A&R is how you get in those situations with all type of A&R.
So you say like A&Rs are one of the most important people in the process?
Sure. I mean, for sure. Like I mean, DJs, A&Rs, you know. Always got to show love to DJs. They break your music, but the A&Rs is definitely how you get in on those situations for sure. Like I mean, but yeah, for sure.
How do like royalties and payments and stuff like that get handled? Like when there's so many people on that like credit.
Split sheets. I mean, not split sheets. That's not hard at all.
So as far as like okay,
it just depends.
With that being said, just how you said like you made the hook. Say if it was 5 people on there, you made the hook.
Yeah, right.
You know,
True story.
Somebody wrote the lyrics, but somebody else just brought let it.
When it comes to this, it's like you have 200%. You know what I'm saying? It's not 100%, it's 200% when it comes. So it's like it's split evenly between, you know, what's done, and then it's also another thing that's different now is being with a publishing company. Being with it's a publishing company, but it's a publishing company for songwriting. Like but that's another thing that's very important to be with now. But
are you currently with a publishing company?
Not now.
Well, I knew you was gonna say that.
No,
I knew you was gonna say that.
Not
you the type of guy, you know all the rules, but you still.
Nah, it's like no. It's like it's cool to be with, but it's like when
don't need that.
You don't.
You don't.
I feel like I'm good without it because it's like it bonds you to a lot of things for one, and then it also like and then it's like you wouldn't. I mean, it's not. This isn't bad, but you wouldn't be able to get a lot of the opportunities you want. You'll be given opportunities like placed in front of you, and it's like you got a real artists don't. A lot of artists don't just record 10 songs. So it's like you can't just write this song and hope to get this placement because there's artists who go record 200 songs. Pick from these 200 songs is gonna go on a 13-song project, and it's your chances are But if you actually are able to make these relationships yourself with artists, so you know how they work, it's better. You feel me? It's more of a real connection, a real like I can rock with this song. You get to get to work with the producers, you get to build a real relationship, as opposed to just like just getting put in a situation like
because also like coming from like a different perspective, like say if you got a project coming out. And your homie's a producer, you made 100 songs, trying to make 10 songs on the project. And it's like, I know this project's about to go up. So, I know this producer in real life. So, I know that this song is going to, like, feed his family, like, straight up like that. Yeah. That's a better, like, personal connection than just someone sending beats in the email. Yeah. You don't know who the frick this dude is. Like, you don't know what he's doing.
For real. Yeah. That's really, But it's real relationships. And it's it always turned out. I mean, everything organic. It just turned out better. Because I mean, it's nothing forced to be really works. Like it'll work because I mean, if you can do what you do, it's gonna work. But forcing it, you're not gonna get the same outcome as if it just flows naturally. Like if I'm just I need you to do this for this artist. I never heard of them before. Never knew of them. I gotta go research them. I gotta figure them out. They live in Korea. Like it's like I can't. But it's like okay, I gotta. You get it's crazy because songwriting. It's a billion artists on this world and on this planet, and we don't listen to all of them. It's countries of artists who are selling. It's artists in countries that are selling way more than over here that need songwriting, but you might not speak the language. You know what I'm saying? So now you gotta how I can do this because I know if I do this, I can get this bag. If I write this song for this K-pop artist who's pulling in, they drop a video on YouTube first hour. 93 million views because you'd be surprised. It'll be like but they're not doing that over here. You know what I'm saying? But it's so many people. You got to realize how big their country is. How many people is in their country? How many people in our country like what's going on in their country? So these views correlate all the same, and then it's like it's different. It's real different. So it's
So when you do drop this project, will you be focused on songwriting? Like how
I'm going crazy on the artist end, but it's like I'm still gonna be it's definitely still gonna be doing song like writing, but it's but the focus will be, put towards what I got going.
When can we expect the project?
The project's really done. It's really done. It's just about
the clearances you was talking about.
Boy, because it's like
that shit's real.
I'm trying to tell you.
What's that like? Give me an estimation like.
Or I really want to put it out no later than March. Like right around spring, no later.
So like kind of like we should look for it by Southwest type of time.
Oh, for sure. I'm releasing singles like from now up until then, but yeah, really the project's done. It's just that now that everything's getting mixed, mastered, cleared, and all those, I'm about to start releasing a lot of singles for sure. Definitely, like it probably 2-3 a month. I got a lot of music, good music.
You done been in the game for damn near a decade now, man. Like, it's time.
Hey, it's time.
It's time.
Hey, so more like focusing on your artistry, right? What are some of your biggest early, like I guess, childhood influences, like of your actual sound, of your sound as an artist, and what are some current peers that influence your sound, like people that you might work with or want to work with, that have influenced your sound today?
This is crazy because it doesn't sound like nothing I do. But what really made me want to be an artist, the person, is Usher. right. I don't think I've ever said that.
I feel what's the word? I feel like people that inspire you are people that are different than what influences you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like Usher might have inspired you to be a writer, but it's different people that actually influence what you sound like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You feel
Hood scholar. Yes, sir.
Tough. But like, so artist wise, so
This is old and current.
So I
It
have
keeps evolving though.
the influence is sound. I say artist I listen to a lot is I hate to even say this, but Drake. But it's like my music don't really sound like Drake either. It's like I don't really know how to put. It's like I can't really. I mean,
I feel like
Travis,
you done
Tory.
been in the game so long. It's like you have your own sound. You know what I'm saying?
You
Because
feel
like
me?
you done been in the game so long. Not everyone may not know you right now, but at the same time, like you have a tenure as long as someone to be like you can influence somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's kind of like. It might not be the appropriate question at this point in your career to ask you that because you done been in the game for so long, you know what I'm saying? You've written for people that influence other people, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's kind of, I feel like it might be a little difficult for you to answer.
And it's, and another thing is, I really can't even, I really can't even answer the, I mean, cause I can say this to just people I listen to, but it's like, but I can't even say that's what like made me want to start doing thing. Like I don't know, the person I really can say just made me want to start doing everything like Usher, just being able to just seeing how Lil Bow Wow, you know, being like, you know, I cannot be in school and I could be like doing this all day, like so that was like, you know, Lil Bow Wow, Lil Romeo, but it's like, but other than that, like when it came to like I always wanted, I had my own type of sound, like I play instruments, so I was always just trying to, you know, just creating. So it's like, it's not just like, you know, somebody, I don't know, you know, I rock with how you sum that up. That was,
So look, check this out. What's some words to live by?
Hey, keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going. Hey,
what's happening in your life that's made those your words to live by?
Hey, I've stopped before. I've stopped and I've seen what it's like for those who kept going.
What is it like when you stop?
When I say stop, all right, stop doing. Basically, we'll put it in perspective of everything, not just what I'm doing, but for everybody to relate to. We'll just say stop, don't stop doing what you love to do. If you're pursuing like, if you want to pursue anything, entertainment, consistency is everything. Like it's like it's not just like, okay, you do one thing, all right, I did it. I know I needed to make a song. I know all rappers do is make songs. If I make a song, am I right? That's not it. You got make 1,000 more. You know what I'm saying? I've literally had people tell me that. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm younger, bro. Like I bring a song up. It's a nice song, good song. Let's put some money behind it. Boom. Now bring me 500 more of these. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is not it. It's not the end of this. Let's keep it going. Keep going. We need more. Keep feeding you. If you can't, like, if you can make that one good song, but if you have one good song, a fan can't even really have a lot to become a fan of. They don't have a catalog. They can like you for this song. But it's like, but if you don't have a solid foundation behind all of that, you know, keep going. You release one thing, keep going. If you every aspect of anything, the more you do it, the outcome will be greater. You know what I'm saying? So it's but that's really, that's how keep going.
Boy, keep going.
Keep going. Once you stop, you'll be depressed. Because hey, I'm telling you, like, you'd be surprised how many. I got
somebody always working.
Always.